Hey guys, welcome back to Andy's Dinosaur Reviews, and today we are back with something very different from what I usually review. I have never reviewed any sort of Lego sets or anything like that here on the channel. However, these Zuru Max Dinosaur Adventure sets have come out fairly recently. I guess they're actually been out for a little while now, but they look kind of fun, and I did pick this one up. I believe this is the cheapest one of the bunch. So I grabbed this one just to kind of sample them and see how they are, and figured I would do one review for this. And if you guys really like the video, I can grab the others, because even the largest of the bunch is only like 20 bucks, so they're really not much at all. Like, definitely very reasonably priced. But I'm very unsure as to how they are. They look pretty fun. You can see this is the Raptor Force release. You've got a vehicle in here. It states 238 pieces, Dino Adventure, again Zuru Max. And then over here we have our Raptor, which looks pretty fun. We can also see like a little Jurassic Park thing going on here with some amber and a mosquito down there, which you actually do see up here on the top of the packaging, which is kind of cool. You have that amber mosquito kind of sticking out at the top right there. But obviously it's very Lego-like as far as this set goes, definitely sporting an extremely similar style and look to Legos, but I think it looks pretty fun, honestly, and definitely something that I thought maybe you guys would be interested in. So I'm going to pop this open and we'll check everything out from there. So now, bringing everything in, obviously we've got quite a bit in here. We can see the dinosaur is mostly built basically straight away, but obviously everything else not so much, as we've got quite a bit in here. So this is going to take me a little while to build. I can't see the actual building process being too interesting to you guys, so maybe I'll just go ahead and build it off screen. But you can see again what we've got going on with the front of the booklet, and then obviously our instructions are going to take us right through the entire creation of this, and it's absolutely the same as like your standard Lego sets. The booklet and everything is very, very much so the same. The majority of the build is absolutely going to be the vehicle. There's not really much, again, assembly needed for the Raptor itself, so the vehicle is going to take up the majority of my time here. I am going to jump straight to the finished built product here, but if in the future, for some reason, if again you guys like this video and you want to see more of this, and you would like to see me do like a time lapse of the build, I can do that next time. But I just feel like that would be really quite boring to just sit there and watch me build a Zuru Max set. So let me go ahead and get this built, and we'll come right back and see it when it's done. So there we go, it's now put together, you know, just like that. It was that quick and easy. No, actually it took me quite a while, because I'm not the greatest Lego builder in the world, so it did take me some time to get to this point, but it didn't take that long. I'd say probably like an hour for me to actually put this all together, maybe even a little less, but it was definitely fun to build, I could say that for sure. And just like with Legos, you are actually left with quite a few pieces again, so that you have some extras, which there are so many included in this set. I at one point thought maybe there was something else I was supposed to build, but I went over the instructions numerous times and there was nothing else in there, so I think this is about it. Of course, the very first part I want to take a look at would be our Raptor, and you can see it looks pretty cool. Has a really nice greenish coloration to it, and I think that, of course, straight away looks very nice. It's got almost like a jungle theme sort of going on with the Raptor. But the one thing that I can say straight out of the gate is a bit of a downside for the figure is the fact that there isn't actually any articulation in the legs. The legs are completely stagnant. I don't know if that's something that you see often on Lego figures. Again, I'm very unfamiliar. I actually have a few Jurassic Park and Jurassic World Lego sets, but I never build them. I just keep them in box. I don't know why. Kind of defeats the purpose of getting them, but that's what I do. But you can see, again, no articulation in the legs of this Raptor. There is articulation in the arms, though, which is pretty fun, allowing you to go forward and back. And you do actually have jaw articulation. You can get it open pretty wide. Inside the mouth, you're not really going to find any detail or anything, but you can see the teeth are in there, and they look pretty cool. No actual paintwork or anything, of course, to the inside of the mouth. You can see the eye is a yellowish tone. You've got some black around the eye, and then again some dark greens, and you can see the dark greens basically patterning through the body, and that's pretty much about it. There are also like some small ridges moving along the back of the neck that are also painted with a green, a dark green, almost having like a slight almost like a sail sort of look there, basically running down the neck. But that's about it. Maybe they're meant to be feathers. I don't know. But it's still kind of cool, I guess. But it definitely would have been more fun if it actually had leg articulation. And then as far as the actual vehicle goes, as you know, you could probably tell from the beginning of the video and the instructions and everything, this is definitely the most time-consuming part. The Raptor was together in like 3 seconds, whereas this took quite a while. But once it is actually done, once it is actually put together, it definitely has a really cool look. I love the colors of it. I also love the fact that everything here is green again, which again, the Raptor being green and the vehicle having a good bit of green also generally gives the entire thing a bit of a jungle feel. But once it's actually assembled and has all of the stickers on it and everything, it definitely has a really neat look to it. And they've, really spared no expense, I guess you can say, when it comes to the overall visual of this, with all of these little pieces kind of looking like, lights and everything here on the vehicle. As you move through, you've got all sorts of different areas and actually a good bit of playability with the vehicle as well. Of course, you have the wheels moving, that's just a given, but you also can open the door, which you can see. The door does open, which is pretty cool. I'm trying to be careful because, of course, you can pop the pieces back off. I also find it funny that, here in the United States, the way we have our vehicles, the steering wheel is actually on the opposite side, so we can tell that this was not made here. But you can also see you can pull this down, put that back up. This area over here as well can move. Not a whole lot, but it does have a little wiggle room. You've also got this, which you can pull up as well and put back down. And I'm trying to remember if there was anything else on the vehicle that had like some form of a playability. That's right, I believe you can open the back. Yes, so we can pull the back down and basically open it up to go inside, which is also really, really fun. Generally just a neat addition to the vehicle. But without a doubt, it's definitely a nice looking vehicle. I think, again, the overall design is well done, the coloration is well done, and it has a lot of fun playability. Also, the doors on both sides work and everything. You can see the steering wheel inside there. And again, it's just overall a super fun vehicle to go with your quite interesting Raptor figure. And as you can see, it moves very nicely. Again, you can definitely have quite a bit of playability as far as that goes as well. So definitely really neat. I am quite intrigued in maybe getting a hold of some of the others. I think at this point I would probably be completely sold on these if the Raptor here had articulation in the legs. Like I said, I don't know if that's common for Lego, as I don't really have all that many Lego figures, but I feel like there's just no reason to not include some articulation in the legs. It would just make the figures more fun and just have a little more playability. But as far as a size goes for the set, for the vehicle, you were looking at about 5 3/4 inches, or right around maybe slightly under 15 centimeters. And for a height, the highest point would obviously be way up here on this part. It's about 4 3/4 inches, maybe slightly over, or just shy of 12.5 centimeters. And then for the Raptor, you are looking at about a little hair over 4.5 inches, or 11.5 centimeters. And then for a height, about 2.5 inches, or 6.5 centimeters. For a size comparison, there is Mr. Papo T-Rex, the Attack Pack Colovosaurus, Robert Muldoon, and the Collect Day Human Being next to our Zuru Max set. And you can see, again, it's got a pretty decent size to it, but it by no means is massive. So don't come into this one expecting a huge set, but you are going to get a really nice, very impressive set for the price. I think this one was like $7, $8, something like that. I forget now. And I actually have had it here for a little while, and I forget exactly what it was that I paid for it. But if you kind of price this in comparison to what you would get from Lego and their prices, it's definitely a really good deal. And again, you can see roughly what the size is here next to these figures. I don't think we really need more comparisons than this, because honestly, I don't know what would compare well with any of this. So we'll just probably stop here with the comparisons, and hopefully this will help to give you at least somewhat of an idea of the size. So the Zuru Max Raptor set is pretty fun. Again, Legos aren't really something that I often buy. I do have a few sets that I have yet to build and probably will never build. But I'm I'm kind of intrigued in them at the same time. I think if I had more room to display them, I would probably buy more Lego sets because they are a lot of fun to build. But I was really quite interested to see these sets because obviously they're very similar to Lego in their overall design and style. And I was just wondering, because I have, of course, built Lego sets in the past, and, many for my kids over the years, but I was wondering, honestly, how good these were, especially with the cheaper price tags that they often demand. I was definitely intrigued to see what the overall quality would be, and I will say they are really impressive, really nice high-quality figures. The Raptor itself, of course, is pretty cool looking. There's never going to be much in the way of, texturing or anything like that on figures like this, so I think it looks about as good as it could possibly look for being a Lego style figure. The coloration is pretty cool, again with the very nice variations of greens, giving it a very cool kind of jungle-like look, and it does have a little bit of playability to it with the articulated jaw and articulated arms. As I said though a few times, I just really wish it had articulated legs. The vehicle as well is really fun and has quite a bit more playability than the Raptor does, and also just generally has a really fun look to it. I love the colors of the vehicle. I love the fact that there is so much on it that you can, play with and articulate and open, stuff like that. It just makes the entire set a lot more fun. And as a whole, again with the cheaper price tag, it is definitely a set that I would recommend picking up. So if you are interested, head to your local Walmart because that's where I found mine. You can also find them at Hobby Lobby, I believe, as I have seen them at Hobby Lobby a few times. So one way or another, check some of those places, grab this if you want it, and of course, like, comment, and subscribe, and I will see you in the next video. Thanks for watching.